Hello, everybody. Hello, we are live now. Oh, I don't care. No one cares. Okay, are we here? Are you there? Okay, boom, hooray, according to Joodles. Slumbird says, hi, mute man. Am I mute? Am I mute right now? That's the question. Am I mute? Oh my God, it works. Hey, Kinsey. All right, we're starting again. Sorry about that. It's not my fault. That's all I'm telling you. It's totally my fault. I don't know why it's not my fault. I set it up before, and then I was filmed walking around the flat naked. So that was my attempt to do it in advance. And then when it came out, okay, we are here with you. Thank you, Rory. Hi, Stu. Hi, Chris. Hi, Philip. Thanks for coming back. I hope this is going to be more. I'm not saying this is going to be more interesting than the other ones that we did, but I'm going to try to say something. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know. Is this the right shirt? Can you see the stripes? Not a good shirt. Not a good shirt. Maybe I'll take my shirt off. It's not. Anyway, let's see if we can get this thing going. Move this over here, Louis Schaffer on Twitter. That's my dad. That's my mom and my dad. Not that I care. I never cared about them when they were living, and I don't care about them. I do care about them right now. Okay, we've got Alicia Reardon. Alicia, is that the way you say? Is this GB News? No, GB News is not. GB News is much more competent than we are. Hello, Lucy. Lucy was a friend of mine. I don't know what she's doing now. She's been kicked off of X. I don't know how you get kicked off of X, but you get kicked off of X. Yeah, take that from that one off too. Okay, let me make sure. I need. This is like so wrong. The whole thing is wrong. Can you hear me? Let's just do a sound check. Hey, Lewis, it's Big Steve. It's Big Fat Steve. We're gonna work on us being fat. I'm losing weight. I'm doing so well. It's unprecedented after all these years. We're gonna be thin and beautiful. I don't know whether did you see me naked? I wasn't naked, but my shirt was off. I mean, I'm 68. It's not a beautiful body. It's not. I mean, I look all right like this, but I mean, it's not. Maybe you'll find me attractive. If there's anybody out there that finds me attractive, please let me know. You could send me a message on Twitter, a direct message. You can make a message saying, Lewis, I want to contact you because I'm attracted to you. You can be men and women. Men, probably no chance whatsoever. So maybe not. I mean, I don't want to say to the men, you can't go out with me. Keep your clothes on. Philip, no. I didn't do that deliberately. Stephen Butler, I'll never not see you topless. That's what I want to hear. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. Jeffrey Toobin. That's the guy who was kicked off of the TV show. He was great, that guy, but he's a bit, I don't know, he's dead now. I don't know what happened to him. Oh yeah, was he doing something like that? Well, like the guy, what's his name? The guy from my neighborhood who was no, there was somebody else. There's always somebody who's doing. I wasn't doing that at the present moment. But Lewis, I want to message you because I'm attracted to you, says Jerry Shepardini. Message me. Message me. The answer I'm going to say probably because you're a guy is no, but I don't want to say no to you. Keith Neal. Hey, you solved it. I restarted it. I need to figure out how to get the screen working with a computer. Just tell us I know YouTube. Should we suggest the YouTube poll button to him? To who? What to Jerry? Okay. Let's see what else. Lee, I just got out in X prison. Weak sentence. Laugh out loud. What did you do, Lee? Tell my friend Lucy what you did. Chris King. Good on you, Lou. If at first you don't succeed, I'm going to keep on going. You didn't see me. I was like in a panic, but I said to myself, we did an entire show with no sound. And we got almost the most audience. We got like hundreds of people. And we're heading in the right direction. I'm going to do this a lot because I'm not saying it's interesting. And I do hope you find it interesting. I don't want to be boring. But I'm doing this because I'm locked at home in my house. I don't have a girlfriend bothering me. I don't have any work whatsoever, and I've got zero industriousness. And that's the one thing you've got to know about me. I hope I'm not letting you down because I know on the TV I'm wearing a tie, I look amazing, and here I'm in my house, and it's probably not as good. But we're gonna, and today we're doing it just gonna be me again, show 5, and then we're gonna have regular people, not regular people. We'll have guests come on. Not that I need a guest, but maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't know. People have liked me much more than I have thought I've been likable. Okay, you Jared says, "Hey Lewis, I want to know which countries aren't a part of Team World." Well, at the present moment, Hungary is not a part of Team World, and America half isn't part of Team World, and a lot of the Muslim countries are not part of Team World, I guess. Hey, Lewis, loving this channel. We all need more ramblings from you in our lives, and that's the other thing. I'm not trying to ramble. People were saying that about me, but maybe I am. I think maybe it's my all meat diet, and maybe it's my diet that's made my brain go bad. I mean, I don't feel it, but I listened to it before the show yesterday, and I actually thought it was all right a couple of hours later. Maybe at the moment you may not like it. What else? Judel says you are incapable of boring cause you are mental. You know what? That doesn't hurt me. Actually, it doesn't hurt me. My mother was full on mental, and she was brilliant, had a lot of fun, until she didn't become mental. But maybe I'm mental. Maybe I just don't care. Maybe I'm just been beaten down. Maybe I am mental. I've got 0% industriousness. That's according to the uh, Jordan Peterson test. If you've done that, Paul Morris says hello. Simply everyone is attracted to you, Joe Sanders, and you're on my list, Joe. So let's see what else. Judels. Where are you from, Judels? And how old are you? Don't answer those kind of questions. Just where are you from? Don't answer how old you are. Okay. Philip Button. How do you start a poll? Naked or not? Let's keep it quiet. I was going to take it off the air, but I didn't stop broadcasting the one that had no sound while I was trying to figure it out. And I thought that went pretty well. Daniel Teese. What are the prices of tomorrow's newspapers? Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that. I forgot to even. I'm just going to go out for a second. Just stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Hiya. Look how thin I am. Let's just notice that. Can you notice that? I don't know. Maybe a little bit of boobs there, but is that boobs? But look at that. Don't look. Don't look. Anyway. Thank you. Uh, where are you on the conscientiousness scale? Oh my God, that's a really good question. I'll find out in a second. I'll find out. But I got very bad news for you on that scale. I got very bad news in the any of you know about this? How do we do polls? I'd love to do polls. Collections. There we go. Screenshots. Conscientiousness. Is that it? That's not it there. Collections. Search. This is this test. How many of you have done this test? Bo from Northern Ireland. Okay, we are all mental here. We know that about Northern Irish people. They're a bit too much. They're like Americans. They're always screaming at you. Conscientiousness, 1%. 1%, if you know anything about it. So Philip Button, 1% out of 100. That means 99%, 0% conscientiousness. But I was conscientious enough to teach my youngest son that word, and he goes around saying conscientious. I'm being conscientious. He's a bright kid anyway. So where are we now? So they're mental there. Good looking, Lewis, says Donna Knowlton from Cambridge. Well, that's good. That's close by, relatively. You're just nice to think of. Is it wrong for me to flirt with everybody? I mean, and when I'm saying flirting, I mean actually hitting on you. Is it wrong for that? because it might be wrong. It might be wrong. But anybody who likes me, Lucy, you have a lot of Northern Ireland fans. I do, because Northern Irish people are fighting for their own homeland. So of course they're going to like me because I believe in team country you're living in. Team country. Whether it's Britain, Scotland, Ireland, the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, your country. So I believe in that, at least at the present time. So this is I bought the Daily Mail because I wanted to say that I did something. I prepared for the show. It's £1.60. There's a lot of news in it, but is it whose news is it? Why should we buy the newspaper anyway? We don't need to. I'm not saying we don't need to buy it. How much is the Sunday Sport? I don't know. They're not. This is not football season right now, so I don't care. I don't care. But there must be some football matches coming up. I'm a Crystal Palace supporter, so we have to figure out how we're going to do this because I could just ramble from one subject to another to another to another to another. Why do you think there are a lot of Northern Irish fans? I told you why. That's my theory. You could tell me your theory. You have to come to Northern Ireland for a few events on your tour. Yes, I will. I've actually played in the Belfast Empire. Is that place? And I was a babe in the woods. I had no idea about anything to do with Catholics and Protestants. I had no idea. I didn't, I hadn't picked a side then. I don't pick a side now. I just think that you guys should get along. We need to fight, we need to fight on Team Britain or whatever. You want to call it Team Ireland? Let's call it Team Ireland. Let's fight let's be nice about it, though. Let's be nice about it. People who love England. I'm not saying I love England. GB News production values look significantly improved. They say this is like GB. No, GB News is nice. There's nice studios. That's not the problem. The problem is, it's not the problem. The problem is we're not on the TV anymore, and we're probably not going to be on the TV. I think the answering conversations from chat participants is good. Well, that's because I'm talking to you, Philip. But what about Chris King, who I didn't mention? Kinsey, stop brown nosing. What did Kinsey say? Please share dates when you have them. Chris, let her brown or him brown nose. Let everybody brown nose. Let's brown nose each other. I brown nose you. I tell you how interested I am in you. Do you think I care about you people? I don't care. Maybe I care a little bit about you people. I always wanted to be loved. That's the key. I always wanted to be loved. Stephen Butler was earlier a preview of your upcoming topless calendar. I don't know. I'd like to be good looking. I'll just, while I have this open to you. So conscientiousness, I'm at 1%. That means out of 99, out of 100 people, 99% of them are more conscientious. You can look up what conscientious means. Okay. You guys are all old. Very few young people are watching me, but I used to have young people watch me, but they lost interest in me. And that's one of the reasons my girlfriend left me. She said, because the young people don't care about you anymore. They don't find you interesting. So industriousness, 0%, agreeableness, 4%, politeness, 0%. So I am more mental than Nick Dixon. And Nick Dixon is very mental, but he's got a lot of good qualities. How do you know how old we are? I know how old you are. I run into you in the street. I run into you. You come to the thing. So Kinsey says something. What does Kinsey say? Sean Smith. Hi, Lewis. Just wondering if you've ever played Galway. No, I never have. I used to frequent the comedy clubs there. No, I've never been there. I've never been. I'm 1% conscientiousness, Lucy. I've never been to Galway. I like, you know what I mean? Do I like Ireland? I like the old stuff. I like old stuff and people that are different and that people being free to follow what they want to follow, basically. Just got in trouble from Kinsey for my comment. Sorry, Kinsey. You don't have to say you're sorry. Let me be the arbiter of whether you should say you're sorry, Chris King. Okay, the analysis tab on your YouTube account will literally have demographic breakdowns of sex, age, and location. Can I open that on this thing? I'm afraid to touch the computer. I'm afraid to. I've got a Cray macro computer. Did you say Andrew Lawrence got canceled again? Again, canceled again. Liverpool joke. Well, I love it. I actually I've worked with Andrew. I opened for him. He's a great guy. He's a very good guy. Bring Rose on. That's my ex-girlfriend. It's up to her. I think she's got a new boyfriend and she's not interested in me. That's why do you think I'm hitting on you? Do you think I would hit on anybody if I had a girlfriend already? Every man knows you only need one girl to ruin your life. You don't need two, but you need one. You have to have one so you can get away from her and go with you out with your friends and go to Selhurst Park and see Crystal Palace and you ask her for a favor. Women are good, but the too many. I don't know how people can be polygamous because they're just too much trouble. Okay, so what's going on? Daniel Teese, I'm 300,000 years old. You are just a pup. I don't believe that. How old are you really? Alan Williams says, I am the best. Well, I think you are the best. You can quote me and say, Louis Schaffer, that famous American comedian, uh, said I was the best. And I think he meant it. Okay. Donna Knowlton, which is, can we have your son on with you? Which one? The good looking one or the one who they're both good looking. They're both good, but one is very good looking. He's very good looking. Okay, you've split up. Oh no, yeah. Well, that's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens. I mean, what I'm looking for now is I'm looking for a girl, for a woman, a girl, a woman, a girl, who. I don't know what 42 people are watching this already. I don't know what I want to do with a woman. Just I'd like her to be around. I'd like to be around. I'm promised to be nice to you. What are you doing to find a new girlfriend, Lucy? Well, I'm speaking to my friend Russ, who's very good with girlfriends. So maybe that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing enough, obviously. I mean, okay, speed dating. I'm doing speed dating after I get the date. We call it dating. I'm not doing speed dating. I'm doing speed marriage. You, Jarrett. Yeah. But for you, it's the bar chart of 100% of the bins behind Greg's. I don't know what that means. That's what you, Jarrett, says. Okay, Rick Anson. Hey, Rick, where are you from, Rick? That is great. Lou is talking about without Josh. We're not talking about this. He's going to apologize to me. Maybe he won't, and maybe I'll apologize to him. I love dating on speed, but I can't stop talking. Speed dating. Okay, that's a joke too. The problem with British people is you're not that funny, but you do try a lot, which is as good. You try to be funny a lot. Okay. So someone's laughing at Sir Webley. Sir Webley. Okay, the son who can work on the internet. You want to know? I hope he's coming back on Sunday or Monday. He's out of the area right now. I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't. I mean, he tells me what he's doing. He's not like his other son, who's a little bit more secretive. He tells me everything, and he calls me up and tells me the good news and bad news. So they're both. I tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. If you don't have kids, you could be just as happy. But when they say kids are bad, a lot of kids can be bad and they are a lot of trouble. But I recommend having kids. Okay. What was the t-shirt you were wearing earlier? The t-shirt I was wearing earlier is this t-shirt, which is, does anybody know what this means? I know you know what this means. It says Heisenberg, right? Can you see that? I can't see through the shirt. I think it's a Christmas shirt for Breaking Bad. And I found it thrown on the side of Peckham Rye Park when I was tidying it up, which I go every day to tidy up. Okay. I worked near East Dulwich Park for a few years. Dulwich Park for a few years. There's no East Dulwich Park, but there is Dulwich Park or East Dulwich Park. You could maybe consider that Peckham Rye Park for a few years. Lovely part of London. Yeah, it is now. It is quite now. Can you smell the fish? The end. One said, okay. Today would have been my dad's 70th birthday, but he was born on a different day. That's a joke. Okay. I was kidding about the jokes. So, Lucy, that's the shirt I'm wearing. I found it in wet and in the crumple of mud, and I took it home and I washed it. And I got most of the smell out of it. That's a joke. Rachel, that's my favorite name, Rachel. I was in love with a girl when I was in high school. I'm not going to say what her name is because she probably doesn't want me to say what her name is. She probably didn't know that I was in love with her, but I was in love with her. Do you think Do you find American women are different from British women? Yeah, they're over there, and British women are over here. I mean, yeah, they're different, but the fact is, women are horrible. They're horrible no matter what the country, and so that doesn't mean you shouldn't go out with them. Doesn't mean you shouldn't give them love. It doesn't mean you should not marry them and give them children. And it doesn't mean that the women, because you're miserable here and horrible, that doesn't mean you should not. Why is there no sound going on here? Can you hear the sound? Does the sound go okay? Anyway, that doesn't mean women shouldn't be nice to men. We gotta practice being nice to women. Us guys, women are horrible. They are horrible. I'm not saying they're not. Okay. Um, Breaking Bad. Yeah, that's right, Andrew Graham. The Dane can confirm that. Don't try humor. This Dane. Don't try humor. Danish people are funny. Well, Danish people are like Germans with a sense of humor. Okay. Do you find, let's see what's else, maybe special degree, special diapers as Merc? No, you don't need diapers. I wrote a whole thing about potty training. You don't need to diaper your kid. You only need one diaper. You put the kid in a diaper and you just do it. Do you possess any clothes you brought new? No, 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 no. I might buy suits occasionally new, but I don't buy them. Sorry, Lucy. I don't. If you don't think what I'm wearing is good, you can tell me. I might change it. Okay. Sean Smith, ask Josh H. on maybe a full and freak exchange on your views. Sort out your differences. Yeah, I could do that. I'm afraid he's a bright guy, and he's a believer. He really believes in what he did was right, and I forgive him. I forgive him. British smells like fish and chips. Yeah, I guess so. Donna Concannon got to leave now, arrived at the pub. Okay, we'll say hello to everybody at the pub. You can watch the last bit later. We've been on for 22 minutes. We have 40 people online. I don't know. Is this a good time to do this on a Saturday? I don't know. I'm just only doing it because I have to do something today. I've got, this is what happens when your girlfriend leaves you. I mean, and there's nobody else to say, come on, we're going to the pub. Okay. The sound is fine. Okay. Well, Josh was 100% right on that controversial statement. I think he meant it as a joke. But Josh wants to be taken seriously. And if you get taken serious, this is why maybe I can't go on Patrick's show, because I don't want to be taken seriously. Sid Draper, love that name. Please start a headliners podcast. Well, this is a 1/3 headliners podcast. Josh was correct. Why not wax your legs if bored? Well, you know what? Ever since, because of my diabetes, pre-diabetes in the corner, I don't have any hair growing on the bottom half of my feet, my legs, because you lose your hair. If you've lost your hair, it's a warning sign for diabetes. Okay. You didn't get much time on Patrick's show. I didn't get much time. LGBT plus the P. What does that mean? See, Lucy is, I don't really understand what the hell Lucy says, but I'm always saying, what does it mean? Okay. Chris Boland. Where are you from, Chris? You and said Andy Kaufman was from your city. Did you ever meet him? I never met him. He was a few years older than I was, I think. He came from Great Neck South. That's the area, not from the city. That's from the area I was from. Well, it isn't. It's made up of 7 small towns, one area, and he's not from exact. I never went to school with him. I went to Kensington Johnson School, Great Neck North Senior High School, John L. Miller, Great Neck North Senior High School. Okay, correct, Lucy. What does that mean? LGBT plus the P. Oh. He was saying, Josh. He's talking about Josh. Josh was saying that the plus stands for bad people, I think, as a joke. St. Ives in Cambridgeshire. I think I know where that's like. Is that near Ely? That area over there. Okay. And then we got Laylu Lucy, another Lucy. Hey there, Lucy. Where are you from? Lucy? Because you came in late. I just want to let you know that I'm looking for a girlfriend. Or I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a girl to think about and to bother. So Slumbert sent a message in, but he retracted it. So, what's going on in the news today? In the news today, Dominic Frisbee. Do you remember Dominic Frisbee, who actually is somebody who I knew for a very long time before I went? I've known a lot of these people, and it's so amazing. Some people actually like me. Oh, this is such a bad angle for me to be in. Maybe it'd be better if I go like this. Is that better that way? Is it better darker? I don't look at, because when you look at it from that angle, it looks like I've got no, he meant it and he was right. Well, a lot of people believe that. That's why it was so, you got all those people. A lot of people believe it's right. I don't know. Do you think it's right, Lucy? Maybe we shouldn't be discussing it. Why shouldn't we discuss it? Do I think it's right? I think a lot of the people in the plus category or T category, Dominic is great. Um, they want to dress up as a girl. Now, we all want to dress up as a girl, but it is a bit creepy. Joodles, listen to me. I want to look as good as I possibly can look. For you, I want you to have to look at me. He wants to look at me. Rachel, light on. You like the light on, Rachel. Where are you from, Rachel? Did you say where you're from? It's going to take a few times of you telling me where you're from. I still don't know where Lucy's from. I know nothing about Lucy. Okay, that looks more like you're in a creepy basement with the awful light off. It looks like I'm bad with the light off, like I'm in a basement. I'm not in a basement. I've got this bright light behind us here. I didn't buy the new curtains. I found them in the street. I found them at the rubbish. They were being thrown out at my place where I'm living. Sorted out with Josh over a pillow fight. Oh, you know what? I can't trust Josh. He's a tough guy. How come the sound keeps on going down? He's a tough guy. Are you from Belfast, Lucy? Um, I'm here 25 minutes late. What have I missed? You've missed a lot. You missed 48 people. That's almost a record. Worcester. Rachel's from Worcester. And that's lovely up there. Worcester is the poor man's, it's Gloucestershire. There's Worcester, Gloucestershire, and Cester. What's the thing other called? Not Cirencester. Cirencester? Cirencester, yeah. Lewis, is it true that you recently described the decision to temporarily terminate headliners as the worst abomination against Jews since the Holocaust? So you're laughing because I said that COVID was worse than the Holocaust, and people got really, really mad at me. And what I meant to say was the Holocaust was really bad for the Jews, but Holocaust was bad for everybody. But COVID has been bad for everybody, and I don't think either one of them is good. Okay. Chris Boland, so am I. Let's start a Lewis fan club. Okay, I don't want to know that you're doing that. I think that's a mistake. Rachel is a fibber. She's from Wolverhampton. Is that true? Right. So Wolverhampton is a lot trashier than Worcester. Worcester is the home of the sauce, which are famous for Britain because the Romans brought the sauce there. But also the Americans. The Americans ketchup. I mean, I think it's older ketchup, but the idea of using tomatoes and ketchup came when Heinz was going bankrupt, and he went to England to look for British sauces. Okay. So and Tom Stade, Tom Stade, he's got that great joke about Wolverhampton. They're always selling meat there. Great joke. The King's Honor List was published today, and once again, you were clearly overlooked. No, I think they did it deliberately. I wasn't overlooked. They did it deliberately, Paul, old friend Paul. It is one rule for those who clean up Windsor and another for East Peckham. North Peckham, South Peckham. I think Peckham is South Peckham. But yes, yeah, no, you don't. I don't need to be cleaned up for picking up the rubbish. I do it as a form of exercise, and I think I'm looking better and better. I mean, I got to look. These things are not that good, but otherwise it's okay. Will you outlive Mel Brooks? He comes from a different generation. Those people lived a very long time. Even the people who had diabetes from eating a high sugar diet and were fat like my father, he died at 77. But people are not living to 99. But Mel Brooks is really funny. Is really, really, really funny. I'm not going to give him 100%. Wolverhampton is famous for traffic lights and stamps. No roundabouts. I don't like roundabouts. Okay. So what else is going on? So it's good to hear you say Worcester, unlike many. So I'm saying it properly, basically. Have you guys been to Peckham? Have you been to Peckham? Because it's there's some nice parts, but it's not. I mean, it's getting. I think you should consider taking antihypertensive. I do consider them every single day. I consider them every single day. I measure my blood pressure, and I think I should take hypertensives. Okay, that's for my blood pressure. And the answer is I have taken hypertensives for 35 years. I took an amlodipine. I've taken losartan. I've taken enalapril, which is a prill. So I have taken it, and I think of it. Okay, Desmond's was on TV on the TV. Desmond's. Galactus, that's somebody new. Where are you from, Galactus? Don't tell me how old you are. Lewis, you're looking better than ever since you took that rubbish out. Keep it up. You will only look better and your house will smell better. Well, I do take the rubbish out. And I've always taken the rubbish out. And my ex-wife never took the rubbish out. And I shouldn't say that, but as far as I remember. Okay. But I don't have you been here? Come to the house. You can come and be on the show. Galactus. Where are you from, Galactus? Okay. Traffic lights and tramps. That's what they're saying. Wolverhampton is famous for. I mean, did I do a gig in Wolverhampton? I did a gig in there's another town to the south of there called whatever called I don't remember. Beetroot juice for high blood pressure. The answer is no because I've got kidney malfunction. So I do not take beetroots. And I used to eat a ton of beetroots. I used to eat it raw. I used to eat kilos of beetroots. And I think it's a mistake to eat beetroots. Speaking of Mel Brooks, says Rick Anson, I think you'll be great on his Spaceballs movie sequel. Well, that didn't quite work out as much as it should have for him. My blood pressure is similar to yours, Lewis, and it terrifies me. Well, the reason your blood pressure is high because it terrifies you. And are you fat? That's the first question you ask. How much do you weigh? How tall are you? What's your BMI? Okay. Um, what's BMI? It terrifies me. Don't be. I'm afraid of my blood pressure, but I've said, you know what? I don't buy this. Okay. Oh my God, Galactus is from Chelsea, Southwest London. I don't believe you. Miss seeing you in the Dream Team on Headline. Is glad to see you streaming now. That's so nice. Well, I love Chelsea. I was just in Chelsea the other day. I was with my friend Doug. I was walking. I got friends. That's the amazing thing. I'm not going to. Do you know whether Andrew's still regularly using his uric acid? I never ask him about it, and I don't think he has. What's your body mass? So he's 78 kilograms. He's 1.83. So you're tall, Lewis. Do you do your blood pressure every day? Um. You'll do. I'm so sick of taking the rubbish out. That's what Judel says because she likes a guy who takes the rubbish out. But I also bring it in the house. I'm not a total collector, as I call it. Okay. Do you like Jackie Mason? Yes, I like Jackie Mason. And I really like Jackie. It's sad that is he dead? I don't know if he's dead. I think he's dead. But he's he's like one of those people that I grew up with, and maybe I'm like him. Maybe I'm this way because I'm like him. If you see anything that I'm copying, you can always say, I don't want to copy. I don't want to copy, basically. So Dominic Frisbee, as I was saying, he just did an interesting YouTube post where he talked about the tax that they put on houses if you want to sell your house. Not that any of you people own your own house. Not that I own my own house. Maybe I do. I'm not going to say if I do. I don't want you to mind your own business. But and he says that's what's keeping the country back. So McCara Fitzpatrick, who's from Peekskill, New York, or I don't know where you're from originally, but her blood pressure is low, 110/60, and she's 170 pounds. That's too heavy. I mean, I'd still do you, but you got to lose some weight. You're still beautiful, but you've got to lose weight. Okay. And what's your heart rate? Dave's 61. That means Dave is 61. What's your heart rate? How many beats a minute? Sid Draper says, saw a video of Stuart Lee introducing you at a benefit gig. Have you worked with him? No, he introduced me, but I wasn't there that day. Yes, I worked with him many times. And I'm not saying he's my friend anymore. I think he likes me, but I think his social group has said do not like me because of my horrible beliefs now. That's why I appreciate you people liking me, because it can end in a minute. All these people who came to my show because I used to do all these shows, and even Stuart Lee. And Stuart Lee is great. I am a huge fan of Stuart Lee. He's brilliant. Okay. I'd still do you, Jesus wept, Lewis. Why is that a Jesus wept? When don't you want me to do you? Okay. I'm joking now. Don't take offense at this. This is a comedy show. That's the problem with me being on Patrick's show. It's not enough comedy. It's too much. I want to be taken seriously, but I have to be in a comedy environment. I'm back as the delivery nightmare. So what have I missed? You'll have to watch it later, Joe. I appreciate your asking. But Stuart Lee, do you like Stuart Lee, guys? I like I like a lot of people, even someone who's really destroyed my life partially. I still don't want to be enemies with them. I'm not going to mention the name. They didn't have a comedian on Late Edition last night. Yeah, maybe I could go on that. Do they have a comedian on Late Edition? Oh, that's the show. That's what it's called. No, they didn't have it. I take what Lucy says seriously. Is that they didn't have a comedian on Late Edition. No, I don't think that they did, because I actually tried to watch it. I watched about 45 minutes of it. It's like current news, and it makes me a bit upset watching riots in what's, Lucy, you have too much of an opinion. Maybe I agree with you, maybe I don't. Your premium says you are always funny. You made the rest. Don't say this. You read yes, you can say this. You read the rest of headliners more funny. They need a Lewis. Yes, don't know if I agree with that, but those people generally are funny. But what made them less funny is this kind of belief that they should be serious. You got to be wild, not be wild. Stewart's comedy was clever, but very dated now. He's from a world that no longer exists. Well, remember one thing: he's got kids, and his wife is extremely left wing, and who's lovely. She is lovely, but you got to be nice to your wife. Everybody, let's be nice to our wives. Let's pick a woman and be nice to them, whether we love them or not. And there's going to be times we don't love them, but we got to love them anyway. Team Lewis. Yes, thank you. I am Team Teese. That's a great name, Team Teese. It's the Iran news. The Iran news. This is such good news for Israel. It is such good news. Somebody had to do that job. You can't have Iran having nuclear weapons. It's bad enough that other countries have it. You can't have it, okay? I only watched on Lewis's nights. I'm not saying that. Okay, tuned in. How do anybody know how to get this top chat that I could save it, or maybe it could be attached to this thing? Maybe. Let's see if I can make this. Hold on a second. Don't move anywhere. Don't move anywhere. Pop out short. That's out there? Maybe it's a better place. Where is the 2025 calendar? Well, Lucy, there wasn't one last year because of the whole Jew-Israel thing, the whole Jew thing. But there will be one in the future, I hope. And if it's not, we'll do one. It was the fact that Lucy did it. Not this Lucy who's here. It was Lucy Harmon, and she did a great job. Lucy, 60 people are watching it online. That is so nice of you. I give you all a round of applause. Say hello if you haven't said. John Pickford. Is Woody Allen guilty? Of course he's guilty. He's a Jew. Is he guilty? Guilty of what? Yes, he is guilty. He did a very wrong thing. You're not allowed to sleep with your wife's adopted daughter. Okay. Thoughts on Alex Belfield? I got to write that down. That's a net. Remember, I'm not following this now because they're not allowing me on the TV, and it's really bad. I'm not a news lover. I know I should be a news lover. Okay. So what do you think? Okay. Is Susan Stephenson there? There's Susan Stephenson, I guess. Curious Bunny. Alex Belfield. What do we know about him? I'm considering being nice to my wife, but out of respect for your show, I'll wait till you're finished streaming. Okay, maybe take some video and send it to me. Does the sound good? Because it looks like it's very low on sound. Tell me. I rewatched the Lewis episode while they're doing housework because you live in Peekskill. That's why the 11 p.m. in the UK was 6 p.m. when I was peeling potatoes and preparing. That's why you weigh 170 pounds. Don't peel potatoes. Stop eating potatoes. Okay. I reckon the Wombles were actually putting it all putting all that litter out themselves. That's an old reference. I don't understand it. Leslie, sounds good. Premium, sounds great. Daniel T, sounds fine. Go find me on Twitter if you can. Can you see the thing? Go find me on Twitter, Louis Schaffer, and say hello to me. Sounds perfect. Perfect. That's funny. Oh, the sound is fine. This is to me. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I forgot that you were talking to me. Look, I've got a little bit of gray hair growing in there. That's not right. Okay, sound is fine. Thank you. I feel like I'm screaming. Spot on with the sound. Are you a big music fan like Nick Dixon? I listen to music. I don't listen to it every second of the day. I'm a big scroller. I'm a doom scroller. That's what I listen to. Armitage Biddy, sister of night. Good to see you back. Got a little bit gray hair on the top of your head too. Where is this? I don't know if this thing is like sticking up. Okay. How much time left? My poll is, should I buy another Deptford pint? You drink too much, Paul. Okay. I'm going to tell you that because I love you. The answer is no. Marianne, you eat too many potatoes. No potatoes for you. Potatoes are amazing, but you can have like a little potato. I mean, this much, you can't have this much potato. What's the worst stand-up you've ever had? I've had some bad ones. One got me divorced. I did one in Battersea Park in a big tent in Battersea Park. So I am a football fan. Kinsey, are you a football fan? I'll tell you I am. Dr. Schaffer tells people do not eat carbs, and I don't care what they say for you to do. Do not eat carbs. I am a football fan. I think football as a sport is one of the best sports because of relegation and promotion, because of how few goals are scored. It's really amazing. So I support it. Okay. It's the egg yolks that I find fascinating. I'm eating about at least 10, 12 egg yolks a day. Does water dehydrate you? Yes, it does. You should not drink as much water. Well, why do we drink water and then we pee it out? If water was so essential, some of it we would save. How could you get divorced from a bad gig? You get divorced because your wife realizes that you're not reliable, that people don't like you in the present form, and you're an embarrassment. And that's one thing women, they don't care if you get fat or ugly. They prefer you not to, but they don't want you to be an embarrassment. Okay. Am I right, audience? Viewers. Louis, did you ever see the Nick Dixon podcast episode, Paul Cox, where they both shared disbelief at you being asked on the GB News coverage of the last year's U.S. election? And they said what did they say it was? It was the most professional they'd ever seen you act on TV, because I can do that, because I saw how important it was to these people. And I want to make a good impression as an American. And I needed to make a point because there are a bunch of lying leftist globalist CNUTS on there. Carbs, a loaf of crusty Italian bread like Kerrygold butter, absolute heaven. It is Italian bread with butter is unbelievable, but it will kill you and make you fat, and you don't want to be that way. It's not going to affect. I will still love you. I'll come over there, Marianne. I'll fly in next week, but you should not do it. It's not healthy. The anagram of your name is fresh calf, fresh calf. Is that Schaefer? Is fresh calf? Oh, very good. Okay. Jedsters, yes. I was good on that. Did you see me on that? And I've been waiting I've done 2 things like that where I've done so well. 3, and they don't call me. I don't know why they don't call me. Maybe they've forgotten about me. Maybe there's pressure from the thing above. Maybe they don't trust me. 57 people watching. That's so great. It makes me so absolutely so happy. So happy. 56, 25 people. You know what you can do? You can check the bottom box. And you know what else? I'm going to put up I'm on Patreon. If you want to go find, don't give me money. I don't want to ask for money. I don't think this deserves any money. Because it's too entertaining for me. That's the problem. I'm too entertained by this whole thing. Restore chat. So, yeah, are you still acting? I saw you in a play in Edinburgh, something about faking the moon landing. And in Wonder Woman, that's amazing that you saw that. They said to me, I was in this play about faking the moon landing. And the truth is, America didn't fake the moon landing. We landed on the moon 6 different times. I think 11 guys landed on the moon, or 12 or something. So we landed on the moon. So there's one of those lies, like a lie. This is what they do when they're jealous of America. They lie. When jealous of Britain, and they lie about British people. They lie about the Jews. Okay. My mother used to beat a raw egg into Carnation instant breakfast and give it to us when we were children as oatmeal porridge. Do not eat carbs. Do not eat carbs. The Dinosaur Hour was top class program with you. Andrew Doyle and John Cleese. That was really good. I could have been better, but I don't think John was that happy with me acting all crazy like that. But I should have been, I should have. I mean, you have to, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be better. Maybe I've got a couple of years left and I'm just going to let it all, just say the truth. What conspiracies do you believe in? Says Sid Draper. I believe in every conspiracies. I don't believe in every conspiracy. I believe in the things that I believe in. If no one believes in it, I'm still going to believe in it. If everybody believes in it and it's wrong, like COVID or climate change, or that Jews are bad, I'm still not going to believe it. Okay. I mean, there are many bad Jews, but they're not all bad. And I'll tell you, this Israel bombing, here's the truth about Israel bombing Iran and why Israel is not the Jews are not the Jews that were killed in the Holocaust. So I'm telling you, people out there who, not you, the people who are listening to me probably don't advocate this, but anybody who thinks that you're going to do what you did to the Jews in 1940 to 1945 or whatever, it ain't going to happen. They've got the nuclear. Does that sound insane? I sound insane. What do I think of Uri Geller? I mean, it's a lie, basically, that stuff that he does, but he's very good at it. And he was, what he was, I'm not going to say bad things about Michael Jackson. I'm not going to say bad things. Okay. European Jews in Israel, not the OG Jews. No, they're the Jews who will survive. They will survive. We need to get like those guys. I'm an OG Jew. I'm 100% Ashkenazi Jew, and I wish I had a little more oomph in me. Okay, but I mean, they're not the OG Jews. So what? They are Jews. Okay. Do you believe the Earth is spinning? I don't. Prove to me they're not. I mean, is the Earth flat? I don't. I think the Earth is round, or whatever the shape that it is. But I think that you can prove it to me. Do you like Uri Geller? I never really liked him. There's something, I don't know, something a bit weird about me. Okay, you told us you were Italian, Lewis. You got to say what you got to say to get ahead. Did I say that I was Italian? I just didn't want to be like other people who were just like, who were sacrificing the comedy just to express their political beliefs. Okay. It's easily proven we aren't moving. Well, prove it to me. I agree Yuri is strange. You look Italian, to be fair. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Italians are probably Jews. Everybody's got so much Jewish in them, basically. Everybody who takes a test anywhere in the world, they probably are like 5-10% Jew or 1% Jewish, something. Because it's not so great to be Jewish. Okay. Keeps breaking my spoons. He keeps breaking your spoons. Oblate spheroid. Are you Googling this, Lucy, or are you just trying to show off to me? Okay. Is it true you actually twin of Jeffrey Epstein? A few years ago, when the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing happened, I looked a lot younger and a lot better. He's really good looking. Would you rather be Jeffrey Epstein and really put this microphone here, and would you rather be Jeffrey Epstein and really good looking and dead, or Harvey Weinstein and really ugly? Who would you rather be? Sorry, what? What did I say sorry to? You could speak Italian. Can you speak Italian? Of course I can't speak Italian. I'm American. You'd rather be Jeff and dead. I mean, he was good looking. I mean, he was bad. He was a bad man. And lots of Jews are unbelievably bad. And the problem is the Jews are a weird group of people like me. I'm like weird. I'm obviously weird. We did my I'm 0% industriousness, so I'm really bad. But I'm also, lots of Jews are unbelievably good. Okay, too. The whole Epstein Weinstein debate. But maybe that's what it is. Would you rather be him or whatever? Lucy, you went from Harvey Weinstein to Jeffrey Epstein. Next stop, Jerry Sandusky. That's another obscure reference, Jerry Sandusky. Um, no, no, but no, no. Do you go to synagogue? I've gone to synagogue. Do you go to synagogue? Do you guys go to synagogue? I think as you get older, you think you maybe need to hang out with people who sort of understand what your story is. Talking of Jews, have we ever met Larry David? No, I never met Larry David. I did actually see Jerry Seinfeld and I saw him perform, but I never met Larry David. Though I would really enjoy that, basically. I once found myself in a lift with Yuri Geller. I wasn't sure the thing was going to be safe. Is that a joke? Could be a joke. Could be a joke. Could be a joke. I think. Okay. So anybody have questions who hasn't asked a question? But keep on going. Uh, I'm a Christian Anglo-Saxon, and I appreciate you. Don't forget us and the Picts and the Jukes and the Celts. I do not forget you. I believe in you. I believe that someone has to speak for the indigenous immigrant long running community here. When I say that, I think anybody who's come here within the last 20 years or 20 years and who loves the country before we let in other people. Have you ever swallowed a bee? The answer is um, no, I'm not going to make a joke about it. But that guy died. That's a horrible way to die, basically. It's a horrible way to die. But it's like, have you ever listened to that song? Man, so many ways to die. So many ways to die. Okay, Robert De Niro, your favorite cheese. As I said yesterday, my favorite cheese is Famunda cheese. If you know what that is, you do know what that is. Have you ever swallowed a bee? So Dominic Frisby did this great. If you maybe I'll post it. He did a great thing. It's like why Britain is having problems, why people can't get houses. One of the reasons why they made it impossible to sell the house. That's one of the reasons. And someone said that this show is kind of an imitation of Richard Herring, who I like a lot, not as much as um, Stuart Lee, but a lot. I don't get it. What don't you get? That's what I say. The story is dumb ways to die. Yes, it comes out of I think the Melbourne, Australia Transit Authority about the different ways to die. What's your favorite classical music? My favorite classical music is Beethoven's Fifth and Mozart's 41. Okay. Lee and Herring both went woke. Yeah, well, this is a woke country. You want to get ahead. You're working for the evil BBC. You guys are still paying for the BBC. So don't talk to me about going woke because everyone's brainwashed. Everybody's brainwashed. Dominic Frisby is brilliant. Why did he get axed from GBN? He got axed, and I'm going to say, Lucy, why don't you contact me in some way, please? I have a question to ask you. Okay. Why did Dominic Frisby get canceled? He got kicked off of the show because he made a joke. He made a joke about I'm not going to say what he made a joke about because you could probably find it. He made a joke and it was considered inappropriate. And they said we can't. It wasn't that the people didn't laugh. It wasn't that anybody else on the show didn't find it funny. It just could be misconstrued. And GB News was under a lot of pressure and still under a lot of pressure from horrible people who don't want to or present like just like they call Trump a Nazi, they're calling GB News a bad people. Okay, hold on a second. Herring can take a heckle. I don't know if that's true. Dominic Frisby is brilliant. Why did he get fired? James says, I don't pay for the BBC. Don't watch the BBC. Dom made a joke about, okay, but it wasn't me because I spoke to him about it and I laughed when I heard it and it's fine. Lou, I'm into flagellation, necrophilia, and bestiality. Am I flogging a dead horse? No, unless you're a horse. And you are you a horse? Are you fat, Chris? How fat are you? Lucy, this makes you more attractive. What makes me more attractive? That you could just talk to me and you can't communicate with me closer. Why am I too needy? Am I just every time I talk to you? Is it something? Am I being weird? I am weird. This is why people don't want to hang out with me. I don't. I don't. They send me letters every month, and they're going to visit me on Christmas Day. Yeah, they're bad. Why should we pay? I mean, it's not me. This is not my country. Okay. They did send me letters. Okay. Rachel says Dominic Frisby's songs are great. Check out I Want a Right Wing Woman. Well, I'm giving you advance warning. I'm the same way. Okay. He made a joke on a comedy show. He made a joke, but it was like what's his name made a joke. Josh made a joke, and I think he was very new on the show, and he didn't have as many fans, and they just didn't. And the Curious Bunny says she doesn't pay. Okay. I will stop paying my license fee after the next World Cup. Happy to quit watching live TV after that. Okay. Yeah. Why should we pay for the World Cup? You know, why should we pay for football? For social cohesion. Would you play the doctor? Okay. If they ask me, yeah, I don't, yeah, no, because isn't it ideologically left wing, the Doctor Who? Okay, yes. Uh, okay, I up, lad. Liking classical music. Is that you like that? I like classical music. I was able to name 2 pieces. Um, Weird is good. Normal is totally dull. Well, thank you. I spent most of my life trying to be totally dull. Okay. I miss topless Louis Schaffer. Should I take my shirt off? No. Are you going to be part of Comedy Unleashed? I hope so. I love Andy Shaw, who runs it, and everybody else who's there, and Andrew Doyle. Okay, Louis, you're my secret crush. Is that okay? No, I want to have open crushes. I don't. Secret crushes don't do anything for me. You should start sending me letters. You should say I love you, but not be too much, but be nice. Okay, we've been paying for football since 1992 when Sky broke the whole thing into smithereens. Yeah, you could blame those guys. They hate the Jews and they are team world and they're not team Britain. Chris King you weigh the same amount as I weigh, 12 pounds, 7 stone, but only 5'1". Then you're fat. You're fat. And what is your heart rate? What is your heart rate? Chris, you have to lose weight. 5'1" is not good enough. You got to be thin. You've got to be thin. Okay. I think we're going to stop the show in a second. All right. This has been our show. Don't send any more messages because I'm not going to be able to read it. Louis, your fans will forgive you if you accept the part of the doctor. You can sell out as long as you do secret streams for us every now and then talking about Team World. Okay, thank you. What about the money? I need the money. You can go in Patreon. In Patreon, I am Louis Schaffer. Don't give me any money. Louis Schaffer. Okay, that's my thing. Okay, great show, Marianne. Thank you very much. I didn't mean to call you fat. I wouldn't call you fat to your face, but you need to stop eating the potatoes. Okay. Forget Patreon, YouTube channel membership. Okay. I'm going to get channel membership. I'll get channel membership. Okay. I am fat. Are you fat? The smell of petroleum pervades throughout. Okay. Are you? Okay. We can get a supporter badges next to our name. Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. Okay. That's our show. Is there anything else I need to say? I want to thank everyone who's listened to me, all the different people who've been listening. We've had 51 people in, and we're going to get 500 people to watch this stream later tonight and listen. And I hope, and if there's any way I can make it more interesting, it's just basically been me. I'd like to be able to have you people talking because I don't find you interesting, but me is not interesting either. Okay. So that's been our show. Anything else? I don't want to say goodbye. It's really hard to say goodbye. I mean, I got into the comedy business so I could talk to people. Yeah. Yeah. We all need to be loved, except for those of us who are basically abused as children and we don't need to be loved. Who doesn't need to be loved? We need to be loved. And I can thank you any more than I'm thanking you. But thank you, Britain, for making me home. Thank you, the Anglo-Saxons, Picts, Irish, Celts, Welsh, the Nigerians who've come here on the Windrush, who love this country. also, no racism. It's not racist. It's about loving the people who live here and giving you some control over your life and not be told that if you don't want to have 10 million people move into the country, that you're bad. You're not bad. You're good. Okay. Is that it? Is that it? Is that everything I need to say? Let me just see if there's any messages. Okay. And I did about 12,000 steps today. So I'm doing steps every single day. Okay. That's our show. I'm going to sign off. Ending stream. Thank you very much. Best has been our best show ever. And you've been our best audience ever. Thank you for listening. Hold on.